Alrighty, it's time for your TNA Live Impact Review. What's going on, guys? With another wrestling vid. This is the first TNA review show I haven't done in a long time. The last one I probably did was like maybe 3 months ago, and before that I hadn't done one in like the last TNA review of Impact or video I've done of Impact was like 3 months ago, and the last time I done one altogether was like 4 months ago before that. So yeah, but you know, tonight was the first night. The TNA will be going live all summer long for 12 weeks, maybe 13. And so tonight was the first live show, Impact, and I want to get my thoughts and reviews on it. So the show opened itself, and you know, the first match being Bobby Roode going up against Sting in a lumberjack match. This was a pretty good match to open up the show. I think. You know, I think starting off the show with you know, the world champion in a pretty compelling match, I thought was a good way to open up the show. He and Sting went back and forth. Surprisingly, Sting beat Bobby Roode after he made Bobby tap and Scorpion Death Lock. After making him tap, Hulk Hogan announced that Bobby will face Sting at Slammiversary for the World Championship. This kind of scares me because Sting beats him. I get it, returning Sting, so I don't know. I was a little bit disturbed by them having Sting beat Bobby, because it's like, okay, should he have won because, you know, it's his epic return back? And then also kind of scares me too, because every time Sting makes a big return, soon after that big return, he gets a belt around his waist. Now, I love Sting. Sting's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I'm working on a wrestling video, coming up in a few days where I talk about my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. But Sting does not need to win any more world championships. If he wins any title belt in TNA, maybe a tag team title to help elevate another younger star, but not a world championship. Sting is a 12-time world champion. He does not need a world championship belt. And it always scares me. Look at TNA's track record. Every time Sting makes a big epic return, there is soon a world title to follow after. Now, that being said, I hope TNA does the right thing and have Bobby beat Sting and still go on as the World Heavyweight Champion. Because in my opinion, nobody deserves still to take that belt off of Bobby Roode's waist other than James Storm. I'm sorry. If it ain't James, don't take it off Bobby. That's just my opinion. However, that was just, it was still a good opening match, I thought, to kick off the show. A lot of people in there tonight. I mean, they packed everyone that they could fit in there like a sardine. And I just don't get it. I mean, maybe because it is live, but I don't understand how come TNA can't pack and cram that many people in on their tape shows. I don't get it. Maybe I don't understand the wrestling business in that aspect, but I don't know. So after Hogan announces Sting will be the challenger for Bobby at Slammiversary, one thing I have to say, I hate Taz as commentator, because he's like, whoa, did you hear that? A blockbuster announcement. Sting versus Bobby Roode for the world title is not a blockbuster announcement. That's like saying John Cena going up against the Big Show at No Way Out in a couple of weeks is a blockbuster announcement. No, it's not. We've seen Big Show and John Cena multiple times. No one cares for John Cena now, and surely as hell no one cares about Big Show. So it's kind of like saying the same thing. I mean, I'm going to get off that. After that match, we got into a segment with Bully Ray and Abyss's brother. We know it's Abyss, the lawyer dude. Anyway, and if you don't know that, you're an idiot. No offense. But, because it's so obvious. But anyway, we open up the segment with Bully Ray making threats and challenges to Abyss's brother, saying, you want to fight me? You want to fight me? I want to fight you. You want to fight me? I want to fight you. You want to fight me? After this going on for about 15 minutes, he says, I'll take you on at Slammiversary. A waste of time. I think this whole gimmick thing with Abyss and Abyss being uh, 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 mysteriously vanished, but his brother's looking for him. He's a lawyer. He's blaming Bully. I think this is a ridiculous angle. Just bring Abyss back. None of this bull crap. I'm his brother, lawyer, and all this other crap. Just bogus. And to me, somebody for Bully Ray, who has had an incredible, past year, being a remarkable heel that he's been, I think having him in this angle is completely stupid, and it discredits him of, I guess you can say, his hard work and the real story, the good storylines that he needs to be put in. I think it discredits him by putting him in this angle. Stupid. But anyway, after that, we got an X Division championship match between Austin Aries and Chris Sabin. This match was about, say, 7 minutes, but my God, this was like the best 6 or 7 minute match I've ever seen. This match was freaking awesome. This is what TNA was built on, the X Division. Chris Sabin going toe-to-toe with Austin Aries. Austin Aries going toe-to-toe with Chris Sabin. Back and forth. I can definitely see a feud with these two guys going forward. And possibly even seeing that if Austin Aries is going to lose the X Division title, I could see him losing to Chris Sabin. So hopefully they'll start a feud with these two. But an awesome match. Best match on the entire show. Just back and forth. Austin Aries, successful title defense, still the X Division champion. And I find it amazing that not only is Bobby the longest reigning, world champion, but also Aries is the longest reigning X Division champion. So both of these guys have they've been some hot breakout stars, and probably the best reasons to watch TNA now, if any, is Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. And they've both been the longest reigning champions in that company's history. Long reigning champions to their respective titles. After that match, we got to another segment with Dixie Carter announcing Brooke Hogan as the Knockouts chief or whatever, the position that Karen Jarrett had. Brooke Hogan is now in that position. Everybody was booing. They didn't want Brooke Hogan there. Brooke Hogan looks like a fake Barbie doll, just very unattractive and old in the face. I'm surprised she was 24. However, no one cared about this segment. You can hear the boos. You can see Dixie trying to talk over the crowd and speak extra loud and clear into the mic. But it wasn't cutting it. Nobody cared about that. And even when Dixie was talking, before she brought out Brooke, and when she was talking about all the changes and the stuff TNA is going through, you can see these two guys in the second row of the seat. One guy's he's mimicking. I thought it was just so funny. If you look at TNA, watch that portion of it. It's just hilarious. I thought it was funny because they was making fun of Dixie. That shows you right there how much they didn't care for that, or Dixie Carter for that matter. But anyway, let's see. After that, we got into a TV title match. Yeah, TV title match. Devon going up against Jeff Hardy. I was praying to God Jeff Hardy would get the TV title tonight. Jesus, God knows. I was hoping he was going to get it, but and the match was okay. It really didn't get a chance to pick up and get up off its feet. Jeff looks like he was about to win, but Rob Terry and Robbie E came in and interrupted the match. I was pissed. I'm like, if they wanted to kick off the live taping of Impact with the bang, they should have had Jeff win the TV title. I'm sorry. I don't get what's the point of Robbie E and Rob Terry interfering with this TV title feud thing. Robbie E had 2 chances. Rob Terry had his shot. They both failed. Move on. Put somebody else in the title picture against Devon and have them feud with the TV title on the line. Get Robbie E out of there. Put Robbie E in the X Division, back in the X Division or something. Or put him in the tag. Hell, put him in Rob Terry as a tag team. I think these guys are a tag team. They act more like a tag team than a wrestler and his, buffed up beefcake bodyguard. So this just ended up going nowhere. After that, we get into another segment with the gut check. Just completely just stupid, segment. TNA, they really have to bring in if they want this gut check to work, they have to bring in some phenomenal talent. I know they're thinking about bringing in some no names. They have a partnership with OVW. Bring some of your guys in from OVW. Now I know that first guy they had from gut check, he was from OVW, but still, bring some real good talent from OVW. Hell, bring Jack Evans. I want Jack Evans in TNA and in the X division. Bring him. He's not like a big, huge, well-known star, but he's a pretty well-known star on the independent scene, but not a big, huge, breakout global star. So still you get a well-known star, but someone still fresh that a lot of people on a global scale don't know, that you can take and put them in your X division and have them in the gut check and accept them and give them a TNA contract. That's just my opinion. But anyway, the gut check, ridiculous, segment. The guy didn't make it. Then we get on to the main event, a phenomenal match between AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. Solid match. AJ Styles wins. Daniels and Kazarian comes out. They both beat up on Styles. Kurt Angle tries to come in and make the save, but to no avail. Beats them down, and then Daniels plays a tape of Dixie Carter and AJ Styles like on the phone, confirming that they got some type of secret affair or something going on. And Dixie Carter comes out, puts on the headphones saying, to turn this off, turn the tape off, turn it off. What the hell do you think you're doing? Turn it off. And then Spike TV just kind of just airs, with the Dixie Carter thing, telling the production crew to turn off the cameras and stuff from the audio of the phone conversation that was going up between her and AJ Styles. Now, I did say this in the past video. I don't think Dixie Carter is a good actor, nor do I think is she really a good on-screen wrestling character. However, out of every storyline that Dixie Carter has been involved in that I've never particularly cared for, this thing here with her being like, her and AJ having some type of, secret affair, and the only reason why AJ's at the position that he's at is because of his, relations, or should I say bad relations with the president. I think it's an interesting story, and having Dixie in it, I think probably is the first and probably only storyline that I find Dixie to be interesting in. So I find the story interesting between these four people going on. So all in all, TNA, it was a decent, for the first live show, I thought it was pretty decent. The segments that they had were crap, bland. The matches they had all the matches they had really were solid and good. The right people won, except I'm kind of questioning about the first match. But all the matches were still pretty solid. Like I said, the segments and promos or whatever were a bit lacking and sucking. But excuse me. All in all, it was a decent show. It was their first show, so they probably had to get all this stuff out of the way for their first show. Like in terms of the boring segments, they probably had to get stuff out of the way. So hopefully, coming into the next 11 weeks of TNA going live, they'll have better segments. But other than that, the matches were pretty solid, and I thought it was a decent show. Let me know what you guys thought about TNA Impact tonight, the matches, the phenomenal X Division match between Sabin and Aries. Let me know what you guys think in the comment box below. Subscribe. Peace.